Hi, I'm Kaya Izumi. Today, I'd like to show you how to put a kimono on myself. 저는 이즈미 카야입니다. 오늘은 어떻게 일본 키모노를 입으면 좋아하는지 설명하겠습니다. 今日はどのようにして着物を着ればいいのか実演したいと思います。でもこの動画は主に外国人に向けて作っているので、英語で話したいと思います。I did some kimono demonstrations together with my music performances at Oriental museums and then at a university museum in England before. And then at the time, I was surprised to find out that there were many people who had an interest in kimonos and then they wanted to find out how to put on a kimono. So, if I have similar opportunities in the future, I'd like to do kimono demonstrations together with my music performances. So, if you have any interest, please get in touch with me. 옛날에 이전에 저는 영국에서 키모노 데몬스트레이션 했습니다. 그리고 같이 연주해서 일본 전통 악기도 소개했습니다. 언젠가 같은 기회가 있으면 한국에서도 키모노 데몬스트레이션 하고 그리고 연주하고 싶습니다. Today, I'd like to speak in English because my Korean is not good yet. And then I'm not a fluent speaker of Korean, so mainly I'll be speaking in English. 오늘은 대부분은 한국어 아니고 영어로 이야기하겠습니다. 제 한국어는 아직 유창 아니니까 영어를 이야기하겠습니다. Today, first, I'd like to introduce this kind of kimono. This is called furisode. Furisode literally means the kimono that has long draping sleeves. And this kind of kimono was worn by a relatively young woman around 20 years old. And then they had long draping sleeves with flashy, gorgeous colors or very gorgeous patterns because when they were unmarried and young, they needed to attract mates. So that's why they had long draping gorgeous sleeves. And then this kind of kimono is worn for formal occasions such as religious rituals or to wedding ceremonies. But however, when they were once married, they used to cut these draping sleeves shorter because when they were married, they did no longer have to attract mates. So there was a tradition to cut off the draping sleeves. And then even nowadays, some married women, a lot of married women cut off their long draping sleeves after they get married. Today, I'd like to put on the other kimono, not this one. The other one is called common. The pronunciation is very similar to the English word common, but it doesn't mean normal. Common means small patterns. So, as you see, there are a lot of small patterns on this kimono. This is made of silk. Of course, most of the kimonos are made of silk because when there were nylon ones are very sleepy, and then we have to wear first the bottom layers and then the outer layer and then obi, which is a waist wrapping. And then when I wear those, if they are made of nylon, they get very sleepy. So it's always better to have a silk kimono. And then this one is also known as a casual kimono that is worn for worn on normal daily lives, in normal daily lives. And then it doesn't have long draping sleeves because they get in our ways when we do house chores or do some work or walk outside. So that's why it's got shorter draping sleeves. However, I'd like to show you how to put on a kimono from scratch. This is kind of like an underwear. or I should say a lingerie. So it's kind of rude to show myself like this in a movie that is going to be public. But however, I wanted to show you this part because this is one of the most interesting part. Unlike Western dresses, we have to make straight body lines. And then to do that, we stuff ourselves with towels like this. In Western countries, probably even nowadays, it is better to have curvy, sexy waistlines. But when we wear kimonos, we have to make straight body lines, which is completely opposite. The reason is because when we put on obi wrapping, waist wrapping, obi is normally made of very kind of the tough, hard textile, and that is not flexible. So I think that's why we have to stuff ourselves and make straight body lines. And then more towels. This is like a little cushion that I use to stuff myself. It is always hard to put on a kimono by myself. Okay, then I'm going to put on this bottom layer. This is called juban. However, I'm going to use this plastic thing, and then this is the core that I'm going to put in a color. So that way it's going to stand neatly when I put on a kimono, put on the outer layer. And then there is a rule that these plastic things should be always this side down, like this. And then there is a hole in here, and then I put this plastic core from here into the hole, and then I have to make it even. Okay. I do Japanese cultural experience classes, and then sometimes I have friends over from different countries, and then when I put kimonos on them, they think this is done. But however, this is not done, and this is the first layer we put on. And then the interesting thing is left should be always over the right, because if I do the opposite, it means for dead people at funerals. For funerals. So since I'm not dead yet, I have left over my right. And when I put this on, this is not for males but for females, we open the back of our necks like this and then add little sexiness, but I cannot do it too much. If I overdo it, it's like for geisha girls, so I cannot do it too much. But I open the back of my neck just as a fist will fit in, like this. Like this, and then I pull these strings to add some sexiness, and then I'm going to tie these strings. However, when we wear kimonos, we cannot make a lot of knots because there are many strings needed to put on a kimono, and then every time when we use strings and then make knots, then it's going to make here bumpy. So to avoid that, we do once, twice like this, and then other way around, and then put the strings in here like this. It is even hard for general Japanese people to put on kimono by themselves because there are so many laws that they have to follow, and then so many items and then strings that are needed to put on a kimono. So if they want to put on a kimono just by themselves, they have to take special lessons or have experts come over to them and then put kimonos for them. And my mom is an expert, kimono expert, and she teaches how to put on kimonos. And then she is also a Japanese music master, so that's why I started playing this kind of instrument. And then sometimes when I go to my performances, I have to go just by myself. And then when I don't have anybody going with me, I have to put on the kimono by myself. So I take lessons from my mom and then learn how to put on a kimono. And then you can see the pink color here. If I want to make it a little bit more gorgeous, or if I want to add some other colors, I can put extra cloth here underneath the color. This is replaceable. If I want other colors or other patterns, I can change it. And then I check the sleeves. And then lengths, adjust the lengths. And then I also have to adjust here. Behind my neck and around my neck, I have to leave this white part about 5 millimeters. And then as both sides of the colors go towards my chest, I have to read more white part, like this. But unlike princesses in a castle in samurai movie, I cannot have long draping bottoms, so I have to make the bottom shorter. To do that again, I have to put left over the right. And when I do it, I'm going to flip the edge of this side a little so that it's going to be easier to go to a restroom. To put on a normal kimono like this, probably, well, normally it takes about 20 minutes or more. But to wear other kinds of gorgeous kimonos, probably it will take more than 30 minutes, sometimes more than 40 or 45 minutes. Okay, and then I have to stretch out the wrinkles on my back like this. There are holes on both sides, so I put my hands from these holes and then put my hands in here and then stretch out the wrinkles like this, and then I do the same here. Here as well. It's always better to have a mirror when I put on a kimono. And okay, inside I fold the cloth into a triangle so it won't be so bumpy in here. And then with that thing, I clip the edge. then I put this string around my waist and then creep the other edge. Like this. But I have to make sure that I don't have wrinkles. I have to fold sides neatly. Okay. And then I'll be needing this one. This is called Hakata Obi. Hakata is a name of a city in Fukuoka Prefecture in Kyushu. And then this textile is very rough, strong, and then it has nice texture. To fold both sides of this kimono, to make these parts stable, from up to downwards, I put it on like this, and on my back I cross the obi, and then in front of me, again, instead of making a knot, I do once, twice like this, and then other way around. Like this. Okay. And then this thing is needed. This is made of nylon, but it's got very slippery surface. And then this is good because when I put on a kimono just by myself, I make a bow in the front on my tummy, and then after finish making a bow, I slide the bow to my back like this. So it is better when it's slippy, and then it's got a little pocket in here. And then when people don't have wallets, they put money or something valuable in here. And then sometimes if they don't have purses, they put handkerchief in here, or some people use these sleeves instead of pockets. Again, from up to down, like this, and then on my back, again, like this, but I always have to be careful to stretch out the wrinkles, because it's not made to fit human bodies. So we have to fold the edges, fold the cloth to make it fit to our body line. That is why it's so complicated to put on a kimono. And then this is called Hakata Obi. No, this is called Saga Nishiki. I'm sorry. This is called Saga Nishiki. And if you take a closer look, maybe it's hard to tell, but this is actually made of paper, very tough Japanese paper called washi, and then it's made of that paper and gold. So if I leave this obi in a bucket of water for many hours or for a few days, it will eventually melt away. So this is one of the interesting thing. But a lot of obis are made of silk. But Saganishiki is unique. Saga is a prefecture where I live. But this is a very unique textile, which I like so much because it's so pretty. And then my mom ordered a craftsman to make it longer so that when I do obi waist wrapping designs by myself, I can make a lot of bow, ribbon. I can make a lot of petals and then make it gorgeous. Okay, anyway, when I put it on, I have to fold this side into half and then make a triangle again here and then grip it. I have to grip it so it will move. And then I'm going to wrap myself once, always tighter at the bottom, and then twice. Check myself in the mirror. And this time, it's okay to make a knot. This is made of paper, so if I use it again and again, it will eventually become so soft and then be worn out. But it's got a lot of gold. But it's going to be worn out anyway, so maybe this is why this part obi is sometimes much more expensive than kimono itself. Okay, and then I take this string. It's got levers between in the middle, and then this lever string, I put it in here, and then on my back I tie. On my obi so that it will be easier when I put the bow to my back. So like this, and then take this one, and then I'm gonna be making the first petal of like a flower, like a ribbon. But it cannot, the first ribbon, the petal cannot be longer than my waistline. So about this long, and then make a little valley here, and then do like this, and then one by one I make the petals. Oops, it was a little longer, but it's okay. I can always fix. Okay. I need a bow. And this part was a little bit too longer than I expected it would be, but there's a hole in here. I stick the other side, the edge, into this hole. And then make a bow. And it's interesting because every time when I put a kimono on myself, the obi, this waist wrapping, will come out differently. So every time when I do this, I can enjoy making different designs by myself. Okay, and then if I want to make it roughly like this, it's okay. I need to do it, and then okay. My mom is an kimono expert, so she makes rose-like designs, butterfly-like designs with this waist wrapping. I made something like a bow, and then the rubber bands can be seen here. So to hide and then add more decorations, I can use strings like this. This is very useful. Some people like to put ribbons like this or strings like this to decorate, or put cute dangling things. I can make it stand like this if I want to. And then I think I would add some orange too. Where should I put this orange? Maybe here? You can see that it takes a long time to put on a kimono. It is a lot of work. But to do more gorgeous designs or other gorgeous designs with this kimono, I think it would take longer than I'm doing now. Okay, now I'm going to take this clip off, and then I'm gonna put this bow to my back. Well, there was a time that to have bows in front of them became popular. But however, they found out that when they see their own footsteps, the bows were in a way. So that fashion was over because it was inconvenient to do housework, and then people always had bows on their backs like this. It's better to have a mirror to make sure it's in the middle. I hope it's in the middle. Okay, I think it's in the middle. Okay, now I'm going to retie this over here so that my bow will be more stable. Okay, here I can make a knot. I tie this and I hide this in here. What's in the middle? Okay, now we are almost finished. I'm almost finished. Well, this thing, we use this as a decoration for obi, but it's got heads and tails. It's got this surface is very smooth, and then this smooth surface should be shown all the time. So I fold it 3 folds like this, and then from under my bow over here I make a bow, or some people just tuck this in here, but I think this time I like to make a bow. And then again, my mom makes designs like roses or some kind of flowers in here. But I just make a bow because I can't make roses. And then I'm supposed to hide this edge in here. And then this also should be hidden in here, like this. I'm almost finished. Now, this is the last part. This is called obijime and supposed to be a decoration for obi. However, when I tie this in front of me, left should be always over the right. This is a rule. However, when I tie it again, I cannot make this knot downwards like this. I have to do it upwards because if I do downwards, it means for funerals. Because at funerals, people are sad. They feel blue. They feel down. So this thing should be faced down. And then this one is also tucking in here downwards. Always down. This part should be down like this because at funerals, people get sad, become sad, and then they cry. They run down the tears, run down their tears. So it's like they're crying, they're sad. But right now, I'm not at a funeral. So I'm going to put this knot upwards like this, and then from up to down, I insert these edges here, and then make these parts upwards, facing upwards. Okay, and then I check myself. Okay, this is it. I'm finished. This is how to wear a kimono. Thank you for watching. Well, later I'll be recording some of my performances. So if you have interest, please take a look at them. Thank you for watching. Bye.